everyone. This is Angela Diffley. I'm the co-founder of the Restaurant Technology Network, and I have Dan Harrison with me, who's the co-founder and CTO of Olive. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Angela. Thanks for having me on.
We just did a webinar to the industry to introduce these contactless technology tools to the industry, and what we wanted to do is send out a video of actually how they work. So, Dan, let's dive right into the contactless payment tools, and you can walk us through exactly how this works. Here we go.
Perfect. Great. Thanks, Angela. So we made two tools in partnership with RTN. The first one that we have pulled up on the screen is for contactless payments. Now, this is focused a lot around the customer experience actually in a location. So if we actually scroll down a little bit, you'll notice that there's two sections to this tool. The first on the left is attributes of these technologies that might be of interest to you. And you can select these depending on how important they are for you as an operator and the things that you would like to focus on in your new technology. So any one of those that you select, you'll notice on the right-hand side, the tools that potentially offer what you're looking for. So as you go down the left and you pick from things like guest experience or payment experience, the results on the right-hand side will actually update depending on what you've selected. So perfect. Thanks, Angela, for selecting some things that you think are important for yourself. Now let's not pick.
It was random.
Of course. Now let's open up any one of the technologies on the right-hand side. So maybe if let's open up OneDine. There you go. It's perfect. Not a perfect fit for what you're looking for, but it does offer a lot of those capabilities. So each one of the technologies on the right-hand side will have some information available for you. The first you'll see is a bit of a description around who they are and what they offer, as well as being able to find their website and contact information, things like company size and location, just to get your head situated around who they are. But what actually you'll see as well as pros and cons. So those pros align well with what you're looking for in the tool, but potentially if there's any mismatches, you'll also see that there is some cons listed as well. No tool has everything that you're looking for. It's all that balancing act of identifying who are my small group of options that I actually want to engage with for a deeper discussion.
And what about this dig deeper section right here, Dan? Explain that to the operators that are watching.
Great question, Angela. So in partnership with RTN, we do not ever take commercial incentive from any vendors. We always act on behalf of any user that comes to us.
And with RTN, restaurant.
Any restaurant, exactly. Yeah, thanks, Angela. So any restaurant that does come to us with some questions, we will act as your intermediary. So any questions that you do have, feel free to just reach out. If you want more information on any one of these technologies, you can reach out directly through that form that'll come to us, and we'll be able to facilitate answering those questions for you without you having to engage with those sales reps.
And now we're going to flip over to the contactless technologies and see what the difference is between the tools here. So this is the contactless technologies. This is a brand new tool. I want to mention that we only included the RTN members preliminarily in the version 1 of this tool, just because the field is vast, right? This is a much larger category in which to kind of narrow down your options. So Dan, explain how this tool works for us.
Of course. So this was actually a very exciting one to work on with RTN because there was a large work group that came with it. There was a lot of discussion with the industry, a lot of shared knowledge. And there's actually two ways to use it. The first is actually, if you look at the top panel with these logos, you can discover what they do simply by clicking on any one of those logos, and you'll see some of the capabilities that they're great for, some of their customers, if you want to learn a bit more. Very similar to the other tool in terms of discoverability, but there's actually some magic that happens if you scroll a little bit further down the page. Just like you could do on the contactless payments tool, you can also now select different facets that you might be interested in. So potentially different concepts. If you have different concepts under your umbrella, you can select for those. Anything around maybe some of those experiences that you face as an operator. Maybe you need personalization, maybe you need customer loyalty, things like menu and ordering. Similarly to the other tool, if there's anything here that is relevant for you, things you want to explore and see what kind of options are available, simply select them down this list, and that amount of vendors at the top will kind of adjust for you. It'll show you who are good potential options. So
Yeah, I'm
this is
just
great, Angela.
for
Yep,
some
go
of
down,
them, see what we got.
select anything that's relevant for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty specific. You must
I
run your
know.
own shop.
I just kind of, and then the ones that are lit up a little bit lighter,
This is
right? The
exactly
ones
it.
that are a little bit more prevalent are the ones that kind of meet my random
Yeah.
search there. I mean, certainly restaurants will go in here and really hone in on what they're looking for. And the main reason for this is to just narrow the field, right? There are so many
Mhm.
suppliers out there right now offering a myriad of contactless technologies for the customer journey. So this is the customer guest journey. Keep in mind, we're not doing anything behind the scenes in the kitchen or firing orders off to the kitchen or anything like that. This is all about how the customer touches the brand along the journey from start to finish. And so that's what we looked at in this work group. And these are the categories that the work group defined to be relevant. And this is how Olive put it together for us. And then Dan, if you'll explain a little bit more about this request more information, kind of like we did in the payments tool, how this
Of
one
course.
works. Oh, is that the same kind of thing here?
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. And just there were some questions in the webinar that are perfect for this.
Mhm.
Things like integrations, does it work with my payroll system or my point of sale? That's
Yep.
exactly the kind of information that we would want to dig deeper. So if you do have questions like that over and above what's covered in the tool, feel free to reach out. We can either answer those questions directly for you with our team and our research that we've done in partnership with RTN, or we can always chase down that bit of information for you as well.
Right. So, I mean, the great thing about it is it's all anonymous, right? If you want to dive deeper,
Exactly.
Olive will act as your intermediary to kind of get the information you need from the suppliers without you being bombarded. But the point of this is to really understand what these suppliers offer. I mean, look, Wisely here has its customers listed. So it's really nice to see kind of all in a glance instead of having to kind of do the research and going to all these going to all of these websites and trying to figure what everybody has. This is just a one-stop shop of who's who in the contactless technologies world. And this list will be growing. We'll be sending out the survey to the industry at large so that we'll include more and more and more vendors in this. This was the preliminary version 1. We wanted to get it out as quickly as possible. So most of these vendors, if not all of them, were included in the work group that really defined what the contactless journey looked like and what was important for restaurants to ask. So we appreciate Olive, your partnership in creating these tools for us. Anything you'd like to add before we wrap up this quick little instructional video?
I'd just like to say, as what you mentioned, Angela, this is growing all the time. Our team is here to support. There are some forms that you'll get as part of this. If you ever need to update any of your information, or when we release this to a broader audience, we'll be engaging directly with you. We'll make sure that you're accurately represented there if you're a solution provider.
And if you have any updates to it as you go along, as solutions change, that was another question, you can reach out to us. This QR code should take you to the RTN Technical Resources documents page, which will include the Fast Match tool links. And if you're watching this video, you probably attended the webinar or registered for the webinar. We're going to send this out to all of you attendees and also all of our RTN members. If you click on that link and the tools are not live yet, just give it a little bit. But in this email that you're getting with this video, you should also have the links. So thank you for joining us, Dan. We appreciate your time. And thanks again for creating these awesome tools.
Hey, we're happy to be your partner. It's been a great
Good.
experience. Thanks,
Thank
Angela.
you. Take care.